it might be a little too early to bring up this conversation, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. The 2025 Thunder right now just tied the Warriors, 2016 Warriors, through the first 25 games, 24-1. And this Thunder team has dealt with a lot of injuries so far this year. You know, they've had a lot of guys in and out. Shea's been there for most of the year, but it just seems that it doesn't matter who is in or out. They just continue to win, and sometimes just win big with a lot of their main guys out. This team is just like a defensive juggernaut right now. They have so many good perimeter defenders. They just whooped the Suns in the first cup game without Isaiah Hartenstein there, down low. So it just brings up this hypothetical question. First would be the Thunder versus the 2016 Warriors that also went 24-1. Who do you think would win in a 7-game series? So that team was the team without Kevin Durant. That was the team that my Cavaliers beat in the championship, but that team had the star power with three-point shooters. They had Steph Curry, they had Klay Thompson, they had Draymond Green as a defensive anchor, they had Andre Iguodala, but he just limited LeBron in 2015, but he was still a great defender. Could he do that to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? So my thought process is, if you took this Thunder team healthy versus that Warriors team healthy, could that Warriors team get past the perimeter defense that the Thunder are playing? Could they get past the referees in this era where Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is getting to the free throw line so much and getting so many free throws? The era's about a decade apart right here. The Warriors kind of ran that last bit of the 2010s, and now it looks like the Thunder are about to start dominating, and they look unbeatable right now in 2025. They say the East is wide open, and my Cavaliers are supposed to be leading all that, but they look awful, and I have my own thoughts on that, and that could be its own section. But like, even if the Cavaliers, let's say they rolled through, whichever team rolls through the East, they're going to run into this Thunder team, and you're just going to get your hopes up just to be let down in that finals. So do you think this Thunder team could beat that Warriors team in a 7-game series? Did they get beat by the Cavaliers? But that Warriors team was knocking down 20 plus threes a game. The Cavaliers that year were knocking down 20 plus threes a game. It was all about 3-point shooting, and I know this day and age it is about 3-point shooting a lot, but that era was just like mainly 3-point shooters everywhere, and not too much defense. But the Thunder are kind of changing things, changing the whole mentality of how you build your team. Get all these perimeter defenders, trade Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso, and look how that has turned out. And just have extra perimeter defenders coming off the bench and just rotating them in and out and just shutting guys down. And even their star player isn't a big 3-point shooter. He's a guy that gets to the free throw line and shoots that mid-range shot that looks unstoppable. And he has a nice sidekick in Jalen Williams. So for me, if this Thunder team played that Warriors team today, I think the Thunder team wins in a 7-game series, just because of the way the game is refereed. Maybe back in 2016, it'll be a lot closer down to the end, kind of like that Cavaliers team. But if it was played today, I think the Thunder win. And then that brings up the next question. The other 70-win team, the Chicago Bulls from 1996. Could this Thunder team beat that team? And I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, but that era was obviously different. You're going to say that, the defense was more physical. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wouldn't be getting to the free throw line as much as he is now, and that makes a lot of sense. Thunder team, if they went back to that era, would also be able to play physical as well, but would they have the star power to keep up with that Bulls team defensively? As of right now, I think this Thunder team needs to do more to show that they're capable of beating that Bulls team. If they go back to that era, if the Bulls team came to this era, they'd be in a little bit of shock. Be like, they just touch people, and they're like, well, come on, referees, what's going on here? So I think the eras are way too far apart right now to make that comparison. But I would give the edge, if you met in the middle, I would give the edge to the Chicago Bulls, because they would have one of the greatest players to play of all time. And I know a lot of people are saying he's the greatest player of all time, and that's another conversation for another day. Give me your thoughts. This Thunder team, it is early. They just came off a championship, and they're looking even better this year. Could they beat the 2016 Warriors, not the Kevin Durant Warriors? or the Chicago Bulls, the 70-win teams, because they look like they're on track to break the 73-game record this season. We will see. Depends on the end of the year and if they sit a lot of guys, but even when they sit guys, they still beat teams pretty badly. So let me know your thoughts. This is the final round. My name is Jordan. God bless you. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.